Walmart door greeter, delivering pizzas, groceries, or sipping a little pina colada or Mai Tai somewhere on the beach? What is your vision of your retirement and your golden years? That's what I want to talk to you about today. If you are over 50, you need to listen up because, folks, let me tell you, I had dreams of traveling the world, young, empty nesters, doing all the things that I didn't get to do when we were younger because we spent our time raising our kids, globetrotting all around the world, following wherever the Army took us. Rob was injured in Iraq at 40 years old. He got shot, and it totally changed the trajectory of our lives. I woke up one day and I realized that my future financial security was anything but secure. Some of you out there may be realizing right now, in fact, the majority of you, I'm sure, if you are over 50, you are really starting to get a little nervous and realize that your retirement account is not where it needs to be. Some of you have not even got started. And the thought of you, living out your golden years in poverty is not just something that I'm saying. It's very much a reality. If you don't believe me, take a look around in your community. I've been telling y'all this for a couple of years now. Look at the door greeters at Walmart. Look who is over there stocking shelves in the evening. Look when you go through the cash register, who's there. When you're going to the mall, look who's working. Pizza delivery, grocery delivery. Who is it? Y'all, it's people over 50, 60 years old. And I guarantee you, they're not doing that because they love it and it's their passion and that's their calling. They're doing it because they, one, need the cash to subsidize, or they need insurance. Don't let that happen to you. Y'all need to wake up right now, smell the roses, and, quit getting upset about it and do something about it. So today, I want to show you the reality of your situation. How much is it going to take? Some of you, think, oh, I've got this under control. Really? You think so? Let's see. I'm going to pull out this handy dandy calculator. The compound calculator that I've been using, it's thecalculatorsite.com. And let's say if your household is making $50,000 a year, we talked previously that used to the average inflation rate that we could count on was about 3% a year. Because that's not our reality anymore, I'm going to bump it up just a little bit, and I'm going to say, let's say that we average about 5% a year inflation. How long are you going to live? Nobody knows that. Only the good Lord knows that. But statistics show right now that females in the United States are averaging 79.3 years and males 73.5. So let's just bump it up and say 80. If you're 50, you can expect that you're going to live another 30 years. And we want to err on the other side because we don't want you running out of money, right? We don't want you running out of money. So I'm going to click the calculate button and let's see what that's going to look like. If you don't think that inflation can eat your lunch and make a difference, I just want you to look at this. Over time, to keep the same standard of living. Now, y'all, I don't want to keep the same standard of living. I want to live better tomorrow than what I did today. You may be really comfortable right now. And if you are, that's fine. You just put that number in. And over time, I want you to look and see what your $50,000 turns into. In 10 years, you would need $81,000 to keep the same standard of living. In 15 years, $103,000. In 20 years, $139,000. So you see, that inflation continues to erode your purchasing power. And if you don't have enough money saved that's coming in, you're not going to be able to live. And so what I did was I took these numbers, except for I used the average household income. Let me find it here. Must have lost my worksheet. Sorry about that. Well, I'll have to tell it to you. You would need right now, it's about, I think the average household income is about $74,000 a year. And for 20 years, you would have to have, if you added all of that up, you'd have to have about $3.5 million sitting in an account so that you could not outlive your money. And then if you were 50 and the 30-year mark, that was, I believe, about $5 million that you would need. The reality of that is more than likely you don't have that amount sitting in your account, and you don't have any way of getting that kind of cash this quick so that you can retire on a regular schedule. Y'all, Social Security ain't going to cut it. Social Security is anything but. I call it social insecurity. More than likely, by the time that you get there, if you're like me, you might, because, I just turned 60 this year, and I plan on taking it at 62 and investing that money. I believe that I can do better than the government can with my money. So anyways, but the likelihood in the next 3 to 5 years for you coming up with about $5 million to last you through your golden years, and that doesn't even take into consideration the likelihood that you're going to need some type of assisted living, some type of disability, nursing home care. You might have some elderly parents like I do. I moved my mom in here, so that's a new different thing that I'm having to deal with that I was not expecting, and it could happen to you too. So the reality is you don't have much time to plan, and you've got to do something fast. And so I woke up to that reality, tried to figure out, okay, what can we do? What's worked for other people quickly, on a 3 to 5 time period, so that we can be a little bit more comfortable. And what can we do? Well, there's only a few things that you could do. Win the lottery, not likely. Get an inheritance, not likely. You can start a business or buy a business and hope that it produces enough income for you to make up for that. That's doable. If you're so inclined, not everybody's inclined to do that. We've got a lot of opportunities out there that are high risk, high reward. You could do that with the potential of, losing all your cash rather quickly. Or you can make money, or real estate. And real estate for me is a no-brainer. Probably for most of you, it's a no-brainer. Now, if you're like me, over time, I had all of these $1 million ideas since childhood. The problem is I did not have a way to get enough cash together, to invest or to fund my projects. And I loved that show, Shark Tank, when it came about. I thought, man, where was this all those years when I needed it? We didn't have the internet and all of those things. And so for many of you, you probably dreamed or you've realized that real estate probably is the best way for you to make your money quickly, over time. And it's a tangible asset that tends to appreciate over time, but you don't have access to the cash, or you don't have cash, credit, all of these things that hold you back. Well, that's when I decided that I want to get people together and I want to train them how to do this. And I want to form my own network so that we can fund each other's deals and make money together. If you'll notice up here, it says, let's connect, partner, and profit. And that is exactly what we're doing. Whether it's investing in each other's businesses. And this year we are going to put our foundation in real estate here in Northwest Florida. Y'all, it doesn't take a lot of money. What it takes is a lot of people with small sums of cash to come together and do some really amazing things. So this year it's all about becoming a passive income generator. I know you're busy. I know you don't need one more thing on your plate, but you've got to think about your financial future and the financial future of your family. Some of us are really wanting to do some really big things with our lives. We're wanting to make a big impact. Some of you may just be satisfied with just barely getting by, or, adding a few bucks to your bottom line. Whatever that is, this is for you. Now, this is not for the folks who have, millions of dollars in the bank, accredited investors, all of those people, they've got other things that they can do to leverage their cash. This is for everyday people just like you and I. This is for those people in your community who you want to help get a leg up. This is for those of you who, we want our golden years to be golden. We want to have fun. We want to make an impact, but we want to set our families up. And we can't depend on the government. If you haven't figured that out by now, if you've been depending on the government, you got to stop it. The only helping hand that you're going to have is the one attached to the end of your arm. Now, with that said, when we build this network of people, we're going to be able to come together and do some really amazing things. If you have a great business idea for a product or a service or something like that, bring those to me. Let's put that out to the network and see if we can help you get funded. We've got global entrepreneurs from around the world in our pig group, and they've got lots of experience, lots of knowledge, lots of know-how. You can get a mentor. There's just some amazing things that you can do. But we're going to start this thing with the foundation of real estate because it is an appreciating asset. And typically, over time, it goes up in value. And we're going to marry that with some high risk, high reward options so that we can increase our return on our investment and make more money. Right now, we're not going to do any fix and flips, but in the future, we will. So this will be something that folks all over the United States, we're only going to be doing this in the United States. If you find a good deal using our formula that we're going to set up for you so that everybody's on the same page, so that your eyeballs can be open and you can be looking for deals for us to fund, right? It will be a win-win situation for all of us. So I'm very excited about what the future holds. Again, think about it. Walmart door greeter, working down, scanning groceries, delivering groceries or pizza, or would you prefer to be sipping Mai Tais and pina coladas on the beaches around the world? My name is Nancy Gaskins, sowing seeds of financial hope and entrepreneurial opportunity in communities around the globe. If you've not checked out my YouTube channel, Passive Income Generators, this is where I drop all of the Facebook Lives, and click the subscribe button so that you'll be notified every time I drop one of those and you don't want to miss anything, because after all, this is all about building generational wealth. This is increasing your income. This is leaving a legacy for your children's children and beyond. This is about making an impact. This is about philanthropy. These are all really wonderful things that I want for each and every one of you, not just myself, but for all of you. I want to take you with me. So if this is you, reach out. # show me the money.